What's up, MetaNerds? This video is going to show how the Mandalorian is making characters that are connected to the Clone Wars and even the Old Republic. Though he was not named in the episode, the credits and later sources have confirmed that that awesome heavy infantry Mando is named Paz Vizla. For those Old Republic and Clone Wars fans out there, the name Vizsla means a lot, with several members of this clan having taken the title of Mandalore throughout history. And knowing this history gives some really cool layers to Paz Vizla's character, his statements, and his choices. And of course, be warned, there will be spoilers for the Clone Wars TV show, Old Republic video game, and the Mandalorian show. So let's start with his ancient ancestor, Ceja Vizla. She had worked alongside Darth Malgus to conquer many of the Old Republic's most prosperous worlds, like Alderaan. But they even sacked the capital, taking Coruscant in a daring invasion. This attack had Vizsla invade the Jedi Temple, where she killed many Jedi in the building that served as the home of the Order. That was all around 3,653 years before the Battle of Yavin, and about 2 decades later she would take over the mantle when Mandalore the Vindicated was killed. Mandalore is the title for the sole ruler of all the Mandoade, and Ceja Vizla was now known as Mandalore the Avenger. Her second in command was a man named Como Fett, and so you can see that Mando greatness sticks around in your clan for millennia. In canon, the first we hear the name Vizsla is with Tare Vizsla, so this lineage has a Jedi killer and a Jedi Mando. In the ancient legends, the helmet of the Mandalore was what symbolized their legitimate rule. But after Tare Vizsla, the Darksaber was used to unify all of the numerous clans.
Legend tells that it was created over 1,000 years ago by Paz Vizla, the first Mandalorian ever inducted into the Jedi Order. They used the saber to unify the people and strike down those who would oppose them. One time, they ruled all of Mandalore wielding this blade.
By the time of the Clone Wars, the planet Mandalore was ruled by the pacifist government of Duchess Satine, who tried to eliminate all of these old warring traditions. But their moon Concordia had a governor by the name of Pre Vizsla, and he was the leader of a paramilitary force known as Death Watch.
For generations, my ancestors fought proudly as warriors against the Jedi. Now, that woman tarnishes the very name Mandalorian.
And by working alongside Darth Maul and the Shadow Collective, they were able to expose the pacifists' weakness, and convince the average Mandalorian citizen that they needed a new, strong Mandalore.
New Prime Minister Pre Vizsla, leader of Death Watch, exiled governor of Concordia, true son of Mandalore.
Maul would take advantage of an honor battle tradition, and when he killed Vizsla, he became the new Mandalore. This caused just the latest in a long line of Mandalorian civil wars. That reign wouldn't last long though, as the siege of Mandalore would put it under Republic control. And shortly after that, the Republic would become an empire, and Bo-Katan would be chosen as regent. She quickly proved to be too proud to be a puppet, and so Palpatine had her replaced with Imperial Viceroy Gar Saxon. Now this detail is a little confusing, but a Mandalorian house is a political faction, comprised of different clans that all share the same views and goals. House Vizsla had in it, of course, Clan Vizsla, but also Clan Wren and Clan Saxon. Sabine Wren would help develop the Arc Pulse generator when she worked for an Imperial weapons research facility. Beskar was seen by the ancient Mandalorians as proof that the War God had picked the planet Mandalore for them, a sort of covenant to show that he approved of their warrior ways. It was only found on this world, and was an incredibly strong yet malleable material that was worked into the armor that came to symbolize the Mandalorian. And thus this metal and wearing the armor is inextricably tied to the ancient religion and culture. But the ultimate traitor to the Mandalorians, Tiber Saxon, explains how this weapon deals such a symbolic and deadly blow to his own people.
As you see, the arc generator's energy pulse is drawn to the Beskar alloy in the Mandalorian's armor, superheating it and instantly vaporizing the target.
When Bo-Katan takes up the Darksaber to become the new sole leader, to throw off the Imperial rule, she is sworn allegiance by many clans, including Clan Vizsla.
Clan Vizsla is with you.
Clan Rook is with you.
Clan Elder is with you.
Clan Kreese is with you.
When exactly the Great Mandalorian Purge occurs is still not clear. It may refer to this time under Saxon, but I think it's most likely how the Empire responded to this Mandalorian unity and their resurgence. Though not yet portrayed, the Empire must have devastated the Mandalorians, spreading them off of Mandalore itself, and making the clans even more fractured than they ever were before. And that is why Paz Vizla feels that the Mandalorian has betrayed the tribe by working with the client, clearly a member of the Imperial Remnant.
These were cast in an Imperial smelter. These are the spoils of the Great Purge. The reason that we live hidden like sand rats.
As a member of a clan that had continuously fought for Mandalorian independence, he can't stand to see a Mandalorian help a man who holds onto ideas of bringing the universe under strict, centralized Imperial rule.
Our world was shattered by the Empire, with whom this coward shares tables.
And that's what makes the tribe showing up to save the day so meaningful, especially with Paz Vizla, who knows that the greatest threat to the Mandalorians has always been their own tendency to civil war. Their lack of unity hurt them during the time of the Old Republic, leaving them open to manipulation by the Sith Empire. During the Clone Wars, his own clan member Vizsla set it up so that Maul would be in power, which drew the Republic to invade. And under the Empire, a traitorous Saxon allowed outsiders to kill Mandalorians that he disagreed with. So though he was upset with the Mandalorian, he still had to show up to help. If the tribe wanted to show the galaxy Mandalorian solidarity, this is the way. And so that's it for this character's really cool connection to other Mandalorian history. And the only other interesting fact I want to point out is about his first name. In Spanish, Paz means peace. A cool tie to how this new Vizsla we meet is at peace with the other Mandos, not trying to wage a civil war, and perhaps could help bring peace to his people in these post-Imperial days. If you want to connect with us on social media, learn about ways that you can support this channel without it costing you a thing, or check out our Patreon, be sure to check out the links in the description. Special shout out to our supporters over on Patreon, but most important of all, remember, nothing is scarier than unified Mandos, and the Force will be with you, always.